Hey guys, my name's Nova, this is Film Express, and today I'll be talking about, you guessed it, Top Gun Maverick. Top Gun Maverick is still holding strong to this day as one of the best movies of the year. It's one of the most entertaining films in a long time, and it's a true return to the popcorn summer blockbuster, something that we've actually been lacking in Hollywood outside of the Marvel, Disney Plus type of films. This is something that we've really truly needed. It's crazy to think that they're rebooting and kind of making a soft sequel to a very iconic 80s film. It's almost 40 years later. Top Gun Maverick is an absolute wild ride. So let's just start talking about Tom Cruise. He's an absolute madman. Everyone knows this. He's been doing death-defying stunts after death-defying stunts, kind of consistently pushing the limits of cinema and what people can expect out of entertainment. What's crazy about Top Gun Maverick is not only how wildly entertaining it is and how much spectacle it's offering you, it's truly a technical masterpiece. It's a marvel of current technical filmmaking. This film was shot on a Sony Venice, and they have cameras, in the cockpit of these fighter jets, and they had to make a camera small enough to get inside these fighter jets. It really pays off, and it really makes for some of the most creative shots. Like, you are actually in there, you're in these dogfights, you're in the skies, you can feel the rush, the speed of everything, and it's one of the most spectacular achievements in filmmaking in a long time. Now, I won't say this film is perfect, but I truly had such a fantastic time. Not only is the cinematography top of the line, the sound design and the editing in this film is such a joy to behold. So much attention was given to every bit of the sound design that when you're seeing this in theaters, every thrust of the engines or every bullet fired or every crash really resonated in the theater, and it really added to the experience. Tom Cruise gives one of the best performances of his career, not only because of the passion that he's been approaching his films with lately, but because this film really means a lot to him and his character. The film is all about honoring legacy and consistently pushing yourself to do better, and these are themes that Tom Cruise is battling with every day. The performances from the supporting cast are also fantastic. You have Miles Teller, who is giving a really solid performance, Ed Harris, John Hamm, and particularly a really amazing one-scene performance from Val Kilmer. They really elevate this film to make it more sentimental, to make it more grounded, and to make you care about the film. You know what? I'll just be fully honest right now. I'm not too nostalgic on the original Top Gun. I actually saw the 80s Top Gun the same day as I saw Top Gun Maverick. I watched it in the morning, and I can really appreciate what Tony Scott was doing with that film, especially at the time. I do have a lot of problems with that movie and the narrative and kind of the perspectives of that movie. None of those issues are present in Top Gun Maverick. I'll just say that right away. The only kind of issue I could have with Top Gun Maverick, some of it felt a little bit cheese in the love story. Jennifer Connelly's character in this film, while she's not particularly bad, I just feel like the story was a little bit tacked on, and I don't think it was really necessary. I feel like it kind of took away some of the steam from some of the more interesting parts of the story. When you're in these training sequences and you're spending time with these supporting characters and Cruise's character Maverick, that's when the film really shines, and I just wish we had just a little bit more of that. I didn't really want it to end, in all honesty. The only criticism I truly have for the third act is that it kind of can get a little bit predictable. There's really only one direction the story can go, and by the time you see where the chess pieces are in place, you really see the checkmate. You really know what's gonna happen, and that's okay. It doesn't take away from the experience too much. I still had a fantastic time, but I think that's the only thing that kind of prevents it from being a 10 out of 10 5-star film. It's still one of the most entertaining films of the year, without a doubt, and I think that everyone really needs to see this, especially see it on the biggest screen possible. See it in IMAX. I know it's out of theaters, but there are still some theaters here in Toronto that are still playing it, so I hope you guys can catch it as well. Get it on Blu-ray, get it on the biggest screen you can. It's really worth it. One thing I've noticed about Tom Cruise's recent films, whether it be the recent Mission Impossible films or Top Gun Maverick, is that he really has a lot of creative input in these films. He's really pushing the narratives to fall in line with these big spectacle ideas that he has, these big stunts and these big epic scenes and these big sequences that he has in mind. If it wasn't for him, I don't think we'd have a lot of these great, fantastic sequences, because a lot of them wouldn't be possible without somebody as crazy as Tom Cruise. Whether it's him climbing the Burj Khalifa, or whether it's him hanging off a plane, or whether it's him flying actual fighter jets at Mach speeds, this man can actually do it all. There really must be some sort of creative input that he has, and I'm not trying to take away anything from Joseph Kosinski, because he's obviously a really good director as well. He's made some really visual films. I won't say they're the deepest films or anything like that, but I think his partnership with Tom Cruise and what Tom Cruise really brings out of directors and enables directors to do, because he's so crazy, only makes for the best and most entertaining summer blockbusters. Top Gun Maverick is the finest example of how to make a sequel and to reignite a series while giving honor and tribute to what came before and setting new ground for new age spectacle and new age cinema. And Top Gun Maverick is an absolute wild ride, and it's a must-see film. It's one of my favorite films of the year. It's in my top 10. I still haven't figured out where it's gonna land, but so far at this point in October, it's in my top 10. So again, guys, this is Film Express. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Please like and please subscribe. It would help the channel a lot. My name's Nova, and I'll talk to you guys next time.